Whatever you guys did yesterday trying to download this movie, My Son Hunter, I think you crashed the internet. I could not get a video uploaded to YouTube for a good 5 or 6 hours. It literally took about 5 or 6 hours to get this video uploaded to YouTube. And it was maybe a 5-minute video. But whatever you did yesterday, I'm thinking you ruffled some feathers. Here at YouTube, Breitbart site was crashing. Now, granted, Breitbart promoted this film. They were behind it. But still. And just to show you the bias that's out there, I have an article at Rolling Stone. Now, keep in mind, Rolling Stone made its reputation on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah, man. And in their top 100 list of films from the 1990s, and I grew up as a teenager in the 90s, their number 3 film was Safe. Number 7 was Slacker. Never heard of the movie Safe or Slacker? Now, to the credit, they gave Goodfellas the number 1 spot. That was a great film. But I can guarantee you that Rolling Stone would never give a family-oriented film the number 1 spot because, again, they built their reputation on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah, man. These people would know good art, great art, if it slapped him in the face or kicked him in the ass. That's the truth about these people at Rolling Stone. Most of these people on the left, most of these people in Hollywood. Also on that list, Toy Story. This list of the top 100 films from the 90s. Toy Story made number 17. They had Silence of the Lambs at number 4. Pulp Fiction was number 5. And then they had Malcolm X's number 8. Go check out that list at Rolling Stone. These top 100 films from the 1990s. But a family-oriented film making the number 1 spot at Rolling Stone would never happen. So here's the title of this article. Starts out, "The right can't film," and that's underscored in all caps. 25 gut reactions to My Son Hunter, the very MAGA and wildly boring Biden family biopic. Really, Rolling Stone? You just couldn't put out an article with a title that says 25 gut reactions to My Son Hunter? You had to include the very MAGA and wildly boring? Or could it be that you people at Rolling Stone can't hold a candlestick to a director like Robert Davi, to this type of film? I'm not saying that My Son Hunter is a masterpiece. And if you want to have this discussion about whether or not they could have chosen a different actor to play the lead role, whether or not the script could have been stronger, was this a cohesive whole? Okay, fine. But I'm pretty sure that if I were to stack this up with all these films being cranked out of Hollywood right now, My Son Hunter would probably top them all. Now, the subtitle of this article is "The Right Wing's Obsession with the President's Son has taken the form of a feature film filled with strippers and drugs, but nothing of substance." Like the movie Safe was a movie of substance? Or Slacker? Come on, Rolling Stone, who are you fooling? And I did some checking, going through my list here. Looked at the trailer here on YouTube. And that was posted 13 days ago. And any YouTuber will tell you the title and thumbnail are king. I mean, I could put out a whole slew of videos that say nothing but the title of the channel, Culture Confederacy. But unless I put some type of subject matter in the title, or a thumbnail that's going to grab your attention, I'm most likely not going to get any views. I think if you have 1 or 2 viewers that watch the entire video, that bumps up your algorithm. Not by that much, but it does make a difference. And I want to throw this in here. They recently did a poll, and they found that 17% of Biden voters said had they known about the Hunter Biden laptop story, they most likely would have not voted for old Joe. And let's be honest, the only reason that these people on the left voted for Joe Biden is because they didn't want Trump in there. They had all these other candidates that they could have chosen who were black, Native American, who were Asian, but they went for white, pasty-faced, milquetoast Biden. And I was looking at some smaller channels. As of a day ago, there was one with 2,000 views. People interested in this movie, My Son Hunter. As of 45 minutes ago, one channel had 1.3 thousand. Newsmax put out a video yesterday about the release of this film. So far, that's received 39,000 views. And there's a much smaller channel, probably somebody starting out with 393. But let's get to this article. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to read you all of these quote-unquote gut reactions. I'll just go through the list here. But these are the reasons why, and this is an article by Nikki McCain Ramirez. So this came out yesterday, the day of the release of this film. These are the reasons why they feel this is a dud. And I'd like to hear from you in the comment section below. Did you download this movie? Did you stream it? Did you have a hard time trying to download or stream this movie? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Did you have liberal friends that watched it and liked it? People were somewhere in between, independent voters like myself? So number one of these 25 reasons or gut reactions of why Rolling Stone feels that this is not a good movie. They made Joe way shorter and buffer than he should be. Well, who cares? If he's the best actor for the part, that's the person who should get the part. You know, Hunter Biden is a lot more built than Lawrence Fox is in this movie, and Lawrence Fox is playing Hunter Biden. Number two, a BLM protester saying, "I think I got a viral video, I'm going to trend," is just Oscar-level dialogue. And I take it the dialogue in movies like Safe and Slacker are Oscar-level? Right, Rolling Stone. Number three, not even 8 minutes in, and we've already had extremely forced call-outs of BLM, student loans, and pronouns. So what? How many films, Rolling Stone? How many films, Hollywood, have you, those of you in Hollywood, cranking out these pieces of trash? And let's be honest, most of it's junk. How many of these films, within the first 6, 7, 8 minutes, do you hear the F word? As though these people have never picked up a dictionary and they can't find any other word to use, but they love the F word. And I'm not saying that the F word isn't in this movie, My Son Hunter. But how many films have you gone to see that have the F word every 2 seconds in the film? Because these people in Hollywood don't know how to expand their vocabulary. And you want to tell me you're creating great art and great music in Hollywood? Uh-huh. Number four, from the BLM protest to the strip club, ... Number five, Hunter and his nephew stripper friend are taking a drive from the Chateau Marmont to Skid Row just for funsies. And this is in parentheses, to buy more crack. Number six, this is funny. She's a stripper with a heart of gold, and they both have daddy issues. She can fix him. And they've got a still shot here of Hunter Biden, played by Lawrence Fox, sitting in a chair looking across the way at this scantily dressed stripper. Going down the list, number 17. I may have hallucinated, but there was just a 10-second cut of Gina Carano, who plays the Secret Service agent in this film, looking like Morticia Addams while getting intimately sniffed by Joe. And we all know how Joe Biden loves to sniff women's hair. Number 19. There's way less degeneracy in this movie than I was promised. Well, how much degeneracy, Rolling Stone, do you want? Oh, yeah. Again, you built your reputation on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Number 21. This film reminds you every 5 minutes that Joe Biden is Hunter Biden's father. So what? How many films in Hollywood remind us every 5 minutes that they're a liberal film? That they hate conservatives? That they hate America? That this thing we call the United States is unjust? How many times in a film do they hammer you over the head about equality and gay rights? So the last three here. Grace, this is number 23. Grace can no longer handle it. She cannot fix him. She absconds with recordings of Hunter admitting to everything. Number 24 is in all caps. Breaking. The Bidens have been arrested. Now, that's with an exclamation point at each end. Trump wins by a landslide. Again, exclamation point. At number 25. LOL, JK, it was all a dream. The media will never care about the truth. Exclamation point. So these are some of the reasons, the gut reactions, part of these 25 gut reactions from this article of Rolling Stone. Again, an article by Nikki McCain Ramirez. Why they can't stand this film, why they think it's a dud. But when you build your reputation on sex, drugs, and rock and roll, I'm not going to expect much when you do a movie review. Just not. And go check out this list of the top 100 films at Rolling Stone from the 1990s. They would never, ever place a family-oriented film as number one. Because they can't do it. They can't do it. They're still stuck in the 1960s. That's Rolling Stone for you. Now, I'm not trying to knock on Rolling Stone here. I'm just saying this is a good example of what's going on with some of these media outlets. Magazines like Rolling Stone. Or some of these film studios in Hollywood. We can do better. I say this all the time on the channel. We can do better. And trust me, I'm no prude. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes. You can also find me at Twitter, Culture Confederacy Twitter. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this great country, this thing we call the United States, and I'll catch you next time.